Good Wednesday morning, Oswego, and welcome to Top in the Morning. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Samantha Damasio. New York's Governor Andrew Cuomo will be visiting our campus this morning, and WTOP will have full live coverage. Plus, North Korea is raising tension between neighboring South Korea and the U.S. And although Central New York's overall unemployment rate is improving, Oswego County's rate still struggles. We'll have a more in-depth look at your top stories in just a moment, but first a quick check of your weather to get you out the door with Chief Meteorologist Patrick Kavlin. Good morning, Pat.
Hey, good morning, Sam. Beautiful day out there this morning, wasn't it?
A little chilly. I'm looking for some warmer temperatures in the forecast. So
yeah, well, hey, you know what? I got them free, and I got them for everybody else. Taking a look outside this morning, a beautiful sunrise to wake us up here in Oswego. Really haven't seen something like this in weeks, and we're going to be seeing a lot more of this in the coming days. 30 degrees outside right now, so don't be fooled by that sun. It is still pretty chilly out there, and those winds making it feel like 18 degrees. So really make sure you're bundling up as you head out today. Hey, that snow that we had those last few days, no April Fool's joke there. Fortunately, though, that is coming to an end. We will be seeing a sunny end to the week, and man, a warm-up ahead. I got that full forecast for you coming up in just 10 minutes. Stay tuned, but right now we're going to send it back to Sam for another look at those top headlines.
New York's Governor Andrew Cuomo will be visiting our campus this morning. Cuomo plans to celebrate another on-time budget that includes a higher minimum wage, a $350 rebate check for local families, and tax breaks for manufacturers and small businesses. Those attending are encouraged to be in the Sheldon Hall Ballroom by 10:45 a.m. WTOP will start its coverage of the event at 10:30 a.m. Viewers can also tune in to the live stream by logging onto our website. This is Cuomo's first visit to Oswego County since becoming governor. And North Korea is stirring up uneasiness in Northeast Asia. They began blocking hundreds of South Koreans from entering a joint industrial complex that serves as a symbol of cooperation between the two countries. The move comes a day after the announcement of plans to restart a nuclear reactor and follows weeks of threats against the United States and South Korea from Kim Jong-un and his government. John Kerry, the U.S. Secretary of State, warned Tuesday that the United States will not accept North Korea as a nuclear state. In addition, this week, the U.S. positioned 2 warships and a sea-based radar platform near the Korean peninsula to monitor North Korean military moves. And millions of dollars of state money for small airports has been restored in the recently passed New York State budget. Capital funding of $4 million will be used for the Airport Improvement Program grants. The Federal Airport Improvement Program financed the idle Syracuse Suburban Airport in the Oswego County town of Hastings. For years, the Oswego County Airport has been listed for sale, most recently with an asking price of just under $2 million. The New York Aviation Management Association said the funding was important because the Federal Aviation Administration is only providing 90% of federal funding to most airports instead of the historic 95%. And unemployment in central New York has slightly dropped over the past year. The unemployment rate for the 3-county area of Onondaga, Oswego, and Madison counties is down from 9.5% to now 9.4%. Across New York State, the unemployment rate has also improved, dropping from 9.1% in February of 2012 to 8.8% in February of 2013. The private sector job count increased by 81,000 jobs over the past year. Of the state's 62 counties, Oswego County remains among those with the worst unemployment problem. Oswego's 12.2% unemployment rate was tied with Hamilton County as the fourth worst county in the state. And Onondaga County is willing to risk $500,000 of county money to start bringing back major concerts to the NBT Stadium. A sold-out crowd of about 18,000 attended an August 4th show by the Dave Matthews Band, but there have been no major concerts at the stadium since then. Legislator Pat Kilmartin says the county may find it can raise money with these concerts, but the main objective is to boost tourism and create exciting events. All net proceeds from events will be returned to the account and fund future events. We're going to take a quick break, but first we'll take a look at what happened on this day in history. Stay with us.
Oswego MBA program, helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with fflexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
Welcome back. So Pat, coming in this morning a little bit windy, but at least the sun is shining.
This is, I mean, this is like the first time we've actually had sunny conditions during the morning news, I think, this entire semester.
Yeah, it's been a little bit gloomy, but we can see the sun shining in over here.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking right across the hall at the Oswegonian, and they've got like the sun hitting them from outside. Lucky them, right there across the hall, they got the sun hitting them. We have to actually, we have to go outside to actually enjoy it. Well, hey, taking a look at those current conditions outside right now, 30 degrees, mostly sunny skies, a few clouds to the south, and overall not too bad. A little chilly though. Again, 30 degrees, but that real field temperature, that's what really matters, 18 degrees. Certainly not beginning of April weather, and it's all thanks to those northwest winds at 14 miles an hour, gusting upwards of 20, 25 miles an hour, and that'll be with us for the remainder of the day. Take a look at the regional radar image right now. Quiet in our area, but we do have some snow showers off towards the south and west, and that's all part of what's been, kind of plaguing our weather these last 24 to 48 hours. They are going to stay to the south, though. We aren't really going to see anything here pretty much at all. We're done with this. It looks like it's going to be to the south for the remainder of its longevity. But Syracuse, man, they got upwards of 8 inches of snow the other day, so kind of glad we didn't really see what they did. Take a look at the national picture right now. This system down here bringing a lot of heavy rain down towards the Gulf Coast. That won't be affecting us at all, except this might be moving up the coast later this weekend and affecting the major cities along the I-95 corridor. So if you're heading down there over the weekend, that's definitely something to keep your eye on. It will be a rainstorm though, so that is the good news. Take a look at our forecast for the day today, Wednesday. High pressure is in control over the Great Lakes region, and it will be sliding into the northeast, and it will be in control of our weather right through the end of the week. However, with it though, we will have some cooler conditions coming in from Canada, but we will moderate temperature-wise in the next few days. So let me time out the futurecast for you right now. Heading out to those 11 a.m. classes. High and dry across central New York. A few spotty snow showers around the lunchtime hour. It could get a little more intense, but really nothing too substantial, especially for us. Okay, for us, we should be staying in the clear for this. The clouds and the snow will be to our south. So overall, I mean, really, we're looking good. 5 p.m. that commute home, again, still looking dry here. As we head towards the end of the week, we got some good news in store for you with that 5-day forecast I'll have a little bit later. The jet stream here, again, I've mentioned this before, it's just that stream of air that separates the chilly air from the warmer air, or even this down here in the southwest, the hot air, all right? So it's this buffer that's kind of been riding unusually south these last few weeks, and that's why we've been seeing these cooler conditions. So finally, though, towards the end of this week, into the beginning of next week, we'll be seeing the jet stream inch its way towards the north, and you guessed it, springtime conditions will be making their way into our area. Look at this, the Storm Team 10 3-day forecast. I really can't remember the last time I was able to give you 3 sunny days in a row. And look at this, our temperatures also moderate, 36 to 50 degrees tomorrow. That's the pick day of the week right there. Really spectacular conditions. We'll have another look at that Storm Team 10 5-day forecast in another 10 minutes. So just stay tuned. Right now, we'll send it back to Sam for some more national news.
Thanks, Pat. On Tuesday, the NRA announced the desire for a training program on firearms for school staff members who choose to do so. 40 to 60 hours of training would be required for school officials to be armed. Vice President Joe Biden said he is open to police officers in schools that want them, but would draw the line there. President Obama plans to put gun control reforms back in the spotlight with his trip today to Aurora, Colorado, the site of the movie theater shooting that killed 12 and wounded many others. And hundreds of workers with the New York State Thruway Authority are now out of a job. Earlier this year, the Thruway Authority announced 230 positions would be eliminated due to fiscal challenges. These job cuts are expected to save $20 million annually. And now we'll take a look at today's most up-to-date financial news with Patrick Kavlin. Pat?
Thank you, Sam. Well, Tesla Motor Company announced a new leasing program for its Model S electric car earlier this week. The program features a partnership between Wells Fargo and U.S. Bank, in which both have agreed to offer 10% down financing for the purchase of a Model S. That 10% is said to be covered by state tax credits. Now, this announcement comes following news that the new car maker had its first profitable quarter ever in the first quarter, thanks to stronger than expected sales of its Model S sedan. Well, stock markets recently catapult to record highs could be the very thing that leads to the much anticipated pullback, with the main threat being that equities could get too expensive for their own good. Corporate stock purchases have been the principal driver of the market's surge off its March 2009 lows, according to Standard & Poor's data. During the same time, individual investors have pulled a net of more than $250 billion out of mutual funds, indicating the retail crowd has mostly fled the stock market and put the bulk of its money in cash or bonds. Despite this news, however, the bullish hope still exists that a pullback is likely to be short-lived and won't stop the market from continuing its recovery and building on its new records. And some more great news at the pump, and no, this is not an April Fool's joke. The national average price of regular gasoline was $3.63 a gallon on Monday, according to AAA. Now that's 13 cents lower than the average price on March 1st and 30 cents cheaper than April 1st of last year. The recent decline in pump prices has cut Americans' overall gasoline bill by about $154 million a day compared to a year ago, says OPIS analyst Tom Kloza. However, many are wondering just how long the decrease is going to last, with the summer driving season fast approaching. Some refiners have been scrambling to comply with federal government's renewable fuels mandate, and traders say that some of these additional costs may eventually be passed on to the consumers. And with just about 45 minutes to the opening bell, the S&P futures are up 0.4, the NASDAQ futures are up 2, and the Dow futures are up 5. That's a look at what's happening on Wall Street. Now for a look at more top stories with Samantha.
All right, thanks again, Pat. I'm interested in any new apps for your smartphone. Gabby Santos has a package on 2 new apps that you can grab.
The Oswego app has lots of great features. You are able to check what is for breakfast, lunch, and dinner in the dining hall. You can check library hours and see what books and articles are available in the library. The directory is great to search contact information for faculty, staff, departments, and students. The app also provides emergency contact numbers you can call immediately. Click on Athletics and get sports updates and dates of upcoming events and games.
I actually have a couple of really good uses for that app. One time my car died, I needed to call Universal Keys, and I had the number right on hand and the app. I used it to find out what's for breakfast, lunch, and dinner almost every day. And I have used it before to find someone's email that was in my group for a group project.
Notifier is an app to keep you and your friends entertained. Simply take a photo of your friend, select skin color out of your picture, and then color over the area you want blurred out.
Okay, coming up after the break, we'll have Brian Tosti with your latest entertainment news and another look at your forecast. Stay with us. You're watching WTOP 10, Top of the Morning.
And you are watching WTOP. Yeah.
Oswego MBA program, helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
Welcome back. Pat, for a second, I just want to talk about yesterday's weather. How bizarre was that? Everybody was talking about it. Everyone came in, oh no, it's sunny out now. And then 2 seconds later, look out the window and it's almost a whiteout.
Yeah, not the nicest of days yesterday. You know, okay, so it's very unusual, and it was lake effect snow also.
Right.
Which is very unusual. We don't really get lake effect snow
this late
in the season, right? And that's because with lake effect snow, you need a cold lake and you need even colder air temperatures. Okay, sorry, you need a warm lake and cold air temperatures. But generally this time of year we have a cold lake, and so that's why it's uncommon. Right now Lake Ontario is sitting around 38 degrees. So you need like a 15-degree air temperature difference between the air and the water for lake effect snow to happen. And that happened. We got that 15-degree air temperature difference that was just enough to get that lake effect snow. And some places southwest, or rather southeast of Lake Ontario, really saw quite a bit of snow. As I mentioned earlier, Syracuse saw upwards of 6 to 8 inches.
Right, I had heard that as well. And the wind was just incredible.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. We didn't see a lot of snow in the beginning of the winter, and we thought, okay, maybe it's going to be another mild winter.
Yeah.
And then we saw the majority of it, you know, at the end of March and now into April. Hopefully we won't see anything in May.
Yeah, hopefully. I guess I can't make any promises if we're seeing snow this late in the season. But yeah, April is generally a very windy time of year, I guess, for Oswego because we have these systems coming through. Well, let's take a look at the radar right now. You can see those remnant snow showers from yesterday still actually persisting across the central New York near Syracuse, and those are really going to be the case all day long today, but they will be staying out of our area. And you can see they have finally moved to the south. Really thankfully that we didn't really get too much here. Now I do want to show you something interesting. Speaking of snow, significant snow cover. Now a lot of people have been kind of presenting you stuff with, well, this year compared to last year. Let me give you a different comparison. How about this week compared to last week? We have seen milder temperatures over the last few days. Not really what many people would hope for, but they have been warmer than we've been seeing over the last few weeks. Okay, so this past week, just a week ago, there was snow cover all the way down towards, the Georgia border, across here towards Kansas, Arkansas, all these states that don't usually see snow, especially this late in the game, that had it last week. Now look at this. The warm temperatures have really retreated that snow line up towards Canada, a little bit here through the spine of the Appalachian Mountains, but this is a really great example of how strong that April sun is. And with that strong April sun, any snow that does fall will be melting quickly. So areas to the south of Oswego, that snow won't be sticking around for the next few days because our temperatures are on the rebound as we head towards the end of the week. Today, though, we got to deal with some cooler temperatures, thanks to this low pressure system up here near Nova Scotia and the Canadian Maritimes. That'll be sucking in some colder air into our area during the day today, but tomorrow high pressure builds in from the Great Lakes and we're looking at some really nice conditions. So for today, partly to mostly sunny skies. I guess a flurry is not possible, but it's really not too likely. Breezy conditions, 36 degrees. Your Storm Team 10 5-day forecast. Oh my gosh, I cannot remember the last time I was able to give a forecast like this, Sam. 4 days of sun.
You know, I'm happy. I'm happy,
Hey.
and we keep wearing these, spring colors as we got into.
Right. Maybe if we keep wearing the spring colors,
Remain optimistic.
spring will catch up with us. But as long as you're happy, that's all that matters.
When I see 50s here in Oswego,
It's good enough.
I'll
It's better than
settle.
snow.
Right. Absolutely. Well, thanks,
Okay,
Pat.
Sure.
And if you're a Yankees fan and have an extra $1 million laying around, you might be interested in this little piece of history. Reggie Jackson's famous 44 jersey from 35 years ago is being auctioned off and is estimated to be sold anywhere from $500,000 to $1 million. Even if the jersey goes for the reasonable price of $1 million, it still will not be the most expensive piece of sports memorabilia ever sold. That award goes to Babe Ruth's $4.4 million jersey last year. And now we'll have your entertainment news with Brian Tosti. Brian?
All right, thanks, Sam.
So Ellen DeGeneres made a big announcement.
Yes,
You're going to
she
have
did.
something about that for us?
She actually talked about the new release. We're going to get into it in just a little bit, but she talked about the new release of Finding Nemo sequel in Finding Dory. So really, really interesting for her to get back into the film world.
Yeah, I
again,
absolutely love her,
especially
and I could watch that movie day after day and never get sick of it,
Yeah.
It's such a cute one.
It's just one of those movies that really entertains you. All right, well, recently deceased member of the reality show Buck Wild, Shane Gandy, is getting some support from MTV. A family source reveals that the reality show host channel will be taking care of the funeral expenses. Gandy and his uncle David and Donald Myers were all found dead in his truck on Monday. The cause of death was determined as a carbon monoxide poisoning and was revealed yesterday because the truck was stuck in a deep mud puddle. The funeral plans will be finalized tomorrow and services should take place sometime this weekend. And for the first time since he was put behind bars, Conrad Murray spoke about the case that put him in prison with CNN's Anderson Cooper. Murray, who was convicted for the death of Michael Jackson, began the interview saying, quote, "I'm an innocent man, Anderson. I maintain the innocence. I must tell you, I'm extremely sorry that Michael has passed," end quote. Murray is appealing his case, saying he wasn't given proper due process in regard to the judge being impartial. And Murray was convicted back in November of 2011 for manslaughter and currently serving 4 years in prison. And like we were just talking about, it's finally happened, and Ellen DeGeneres is once again a happy camper. Disney and Pixar has announced they will have a sequel to the theater smash Finding Nemo. This movie is being called Finding Dory and is set to hit the big screen in November of 2015. The film is set to take place 1 year following the events of the first aquatic adventure and returns many cast members from the first, as well as some new arrivals. DeGeneres, who will play the lead Dory, said about the movie, quote, "The time that Pixar took was worth it, and the script is fantastic." And we've seen a lot of talented young kids on YouTube, ranging from Little Herb Brooks to operatic singer Jackie Evancio. But has one finally made it into the White House? Take a look.
Looks like you're expecting somebody else. But April Fool's on all y'all. I'm the kid president, and I hope everyone has an awesome day. It's everybody's duty to give the world a reason to dance. I'm into the White House. I'm here. Peace. I think I'm stuck. Ooh. I don't know what what this is doing. It's kind of like an iPad, and it's just showing up the White House, and it's wanting me to click it. So I am.
Don't click it.
Oh, how do you guys?
That was on on WhiteHouse.gov. So.
Oh, he's adorable. He's called Kid President, right?
Yeah, they did it as an April Fool's joke. He's absolutely adorable.
Oh, he is, and he's such a little motivator. I saw one of his other videos, and he dedicated it to one of his friends, and he said, she's kicking cancer like a boss, or something like that. Adorable.
I have not seen a video from him.
Yeah,
so
we need more uplifting things like that.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Brian. We need to take one last break, but when we come back, we'll have a final look at your forecast. But first, take a look at what celebrities are celebrating a birthday today. Stay with us. You're watching WTOP Top in the Morning.
We are the Tigers from Pack 885. And you are watching WTOP. Yeah.
Oswego MBA program, helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
Welcome back. Yesterday morning, a crowd of public officials, including company executives and sports team owners, gathered on the 100th floor of the new One World Trade Center to see the view of the New York City skyline. The Port Authority has provided the most extensive preview yet of the 3-story observatory at the top of the skyscraper, and they hope to complete the project by the end of the year. And Canada has a new hero. He's only 8 years old and he has 4 legs. He goes by the name Rocky. A Labrador Retriever Husky mix is being hailed for pulling a 9-year-old girl from an icy river on Easter Sunday. 2 sisters were sleigh riding in a riverside park in Edmonton when one of the sleds went off the snowbank and onto broken ice. Thankfully, Rocky and his 27-year-old owner were nearby and heard the screams and rushed to help. Doctors said just 2 more minutes and the 9-year-old could have lost her life. And now we'll take a final look at your forecast with Chief Meteorologist Patrick Kaplan with more good news.
Yeah, I'm telling you, sunny conditions. Take a look at that Storm Team 10 5-day forecast. A beautiful one for you guys. Sunny conditions right through the weekend. We do have to deal with a little bit of showers come Sunday, but our temperatures do moderate into the 50s. Remember, you can follow us online, Twitter at WTOP10, Facebook.com/WTOP10TV, or you can email us a question, comment, or weather photo at meteorology@WTOP10.com. So that's it, a great forecast for you, and
all right.
Can't complain, right?
A few showers in the end. April showers bring May flowers.
Hopefully.
Don't forget to tune in today for Andrew Cuomo. We have live coverage. Thanks for waking up with us this morning.
That's right, and come back tonight to get an update on the top stories and your weather with Sam and I. Have a good day, everyone.